So 8 months ago I decided to build my first ever New Zealand native gecko enclosure, and it's turned into an absolute jungle, and my obsession has just started from there, and it's getting out of control. So ever since I was a kid, I was obsessed with reptiles, amphibians and ectotherms, and I used to have every single pet you could have in New Zealand in my collection. Then I grew up, I got rid of my collection, I did my travels, I went to university, I did what you had to do, and then now as an adult I've gone back to collecting everything I can. The obsession is getting out of control, but I have some truly amazing animals and incredibly unique species, especially here in New Zealand. You're going to see some awesome animals in this and on this channel. I hope you enjoy it. By the way, stay tuned and just enjoy the content. New Zealand is an incredible environment. There's dry, there's subtropical, there's cold, there's warm. There's all these incredible microclimates that are perfect for the animals that live here. Whether it's New Zealand geckos, skinks, birds, small mammals, it's all in perfect harmony with each other. It's an incredible ecosystem. So my lifelong dream was achieved last year, where I was able to get my first ever northern green gecko in captivity, and this is something I'd been dreamed of since I was a kid. Now 8 months ago I built this, a very basic outdoor native enclosure for New Zealand geckos. Now on a world spectrum, these are rare. In New Zealand they're common, so funny enough. So 8 months later, it's an absolute jungle, and I love the growth. Now this is where patience pays off. Everything that was planted 8 months ago has now flourished into perfect terrestrial and arboreal climbers. Now I love what I can see here 8 months later, and it's a perfect environment for northern green geckos and New Zealand forest geckos. Now as you can see, it's flourishing, and I love every element of it. It's got hides, it's got bark, it's got branches, it's got things that are just naturally growing through the soil, and it's perfect. This is what 8 months of growth, hard work, watering of course, and just the perfect environment. Now these guys will flourish outside, and it's been awesome keeping these guys outside. Now New Zealand geckos generally need to be kept outside because it's their natural environment. They flourish in our climate as it is, but you can keep them inside, obviously with the right UVB exposure, the right microclimate supplied. But this is me just enjoying the growth, enjoying the environment, and just trying to spot the geckos if I can. I've got a lot of mouths to feed, so if I'm not feeding myself, I'm feeding all my animals. Now native geckos love fruit puree, they love baby food, which does the job. It's just mashed fruit essentially. It's going to be for the adults as well as the neonates, the youngsters. Now I don't know if you can spot them through the thick bush, but these are some of the youngster northern green geckos. Absolute incredible animals. But this video isn't just about New Zealand geckos. I'm giving you some bonus footage. It's a rainy day here in Christchurch, so I thought, let's give the Cunningham skinks a clean out. Now these guys are bound. Oh, that video is coming soon. Stay tuned. But anyway, back to the Cunningham skinks. I've got Dimple and I've got Dapple. These guys originate from Southern Australia, and they've come to New Zealand as an exotic species. Now these guys are awesome animals. They look like miniature dragons. Now these guys are inside for now, but I'm just preparing their outdoor environment or a much larger environment in due course. But in the meantime, I've got a pair. They're super cool animals, super skittish, a larger skink species. But remember, being exotic, they must be kept in captivity and not released into the wild. That's the key thing here in this country. But I'll tell you one thing for free, they are messy. Like all reptiles, I'm sure if you are an experienced reptile keeper, you'll know that husbandry is incredibly important. meaning that you have to clean them out regularly, give them fresh water. And these guys are awesome in regards to, like blue tongues, they're omnivores, meaning they'll eat insects. I'm trying some shredded apple. They love their mesclun greens. But otherwise, everything's clean, the house is ready to go. Let's get these guys out. Being a social skink as well, they generally like to hang out with each other. They bask on top of each other, they hide together. But let's release them, see how they go. Little birdie, whoop. Oh. By putting my camera into unique parts of the enclosures, I see different behavioral elements and different times in motion. This is the baby northern green gecko climbing up into the upper areas of its arboreal environment. It's incredible to watch, but sometimes you can't capture these moments in the moment. So I have to sneak peek. I have to hide the camera. But this is Gunner the forest gecko. As you can see, the camouflage is absolutely stunning on these animals. They look like a bark, they look like a tree trunk. Super cool to keep. Actually really inquisitive animals. And after some time, some careful handling, they become quite comfortable with human interaction. So what's next? Well, the next enclosure is next. I always draw or try to draw my ideas, even though my drawing is terrible. I know what it looks like in my head. So in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed this one. I've got way too many ideas. I've got way too many geckos I want to keep in captivity. But in the meantime, all that matters is that making sure that these guys and their environments are perfect. That they enjoy their environments and they flourish. Let's check out a forest gecko as he's chilling in the evening. Probably getting ready to come out. I'm Max. Hopefully this channel, this video, this content resonates with you. I hope you enjoy and love reptiles and amphibians and ectotherms as much as I do. Stay tuned for the next one. Over and out.